channel, The Baking Diva. And if you're new here, I hope you'll enjoy this video and you'll want to come back. Well, today I'm going to make you something that many of you may never have heard of, and many of you might say, oh, that doesn't sound good. But I'm here to tell you it's delicious. And we are going to do fried deviled eggs. But we're not frying them in oil. No. We're going to air fry them. You are going to take your deviled eggs to another level. And I'm going to walk you right through it. And I guarantee you, if you make these, you're going to come back and you're going to thank me. So, what do you say we get started? Well, obviously you need an air fryer for this. I have 3, but I'm going to just use my Ninja today with the basket. And what do you need? You need eggs. Now, I know they're expensive, but I don't know, maybe you can pick them up on sale. We're going to have to hard boil 6 eggs, and I've already done that, and I peeled them for you, okay? So what do we do next? Well, you take your hard-boiled egg, you put it on a cutting board, and what you're going to do is you're going to slice it in half lengthwise. I'll bring the camera in a minute so you can see close-ups of what I'm doing. So the first egg, I have it on a board. Just go right down and slice it in half, just like that. So I'm going to continue off camera, and I'm going to cut all these eggs in half, just like this. Very simple. I'm going to take a spoon and take the yolks out. I'm going to put the yolks in a bowl, and then I'm going to show you what we do next. Okay, so as you can see, I cut each of my eggs in half, and on my cutting board I have the white half of the egg. The yolks I have in a separate bowl. Okay, so in front of me here, you don't need to see me, I have in this one little bowl, I have all-purpose flour. I put in there about maybe a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and I mixed it with a little salt. In the second bowl, I have 2 beaten eggs. And in the third bowl, and this is important, you need Panko breadcrumbs. I just bought plain, I don't know if you can see them, I just bought here plain Panko breadcrumbs, but then I mixed them with some regular breadcrumbs. Now you don't have to do that. You can just use plain Panko breadcrumbs if you like, and add a little salt to it. If you have sea salt, that'll even be better. All right, so what are we going to do now? Well, some people use a Ziploc bag and they put their whites in there and they shake it with the flour. I don't want to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first egg white, I'm going to put it in the flour, and I have a little salt mixed in with the flour, and hopefully you can see this. I want to coat the entire egg with flour, both the inside and the outside. This will help the egg stick to it. There you go. All right, now shake it off a little bit. Shake it. And now I'm going to put it into my beaten egg. You want to get it all covered with the egg. Just turn it around. There you go. Very simple. Just like you're breading maybe a chicken cutlet or something. Okay. Now you know what I'm going to do. And make sure, sometimes the egg doesn't stick to there. So you want to make sure the egg sticks to the egg white. All right. Now I'm going to take that out. You can use gloves or your finger. And we're going to put it in our Panko breadcrumbs. And you want to cover everything. You can pat it down gently. It won't break. Make sure you get the inside and the outside covered with the Panko breadcrumbs. Get it inside there, outside. You can pat it on. All right. If you start to see there's any like white spots, just pat on more breadcrumbs. There you go. Okay. Okay. And then with a fork, you can just remove it and put it on a dish. And put it on a dish face down like that. I'll try to hold it up so you can see it. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, and like I said, if you see any white spots on there, just pat on. You can pat on a little bit more egg. You can pat on a little bit more breadcrumbs. And we're going to do the same thing with each of our egg whites. So we're going to take this one, we'll put it into the flour. Make sure it's all covered with the flour. It's just a thin coat of flour. Here we go. Inside and outside, all around. It looks like it's a lot of work, but it's not. And the payoff at the end is worth it. All right, now I'm gonna put it in the egg. All righty, let's cover it with the egg. There you go. Pretty easy, right? Flip it over if you want. Get it on the inside and the outside. Lift it up. Okay. Right, as you can see, now I'm going to flip it into the breadcrumbs. So you know how to do this, right? And like I said, if some of the egg doesn't stick to it, no problem. Just go back and pat it again. Put a little more on. Now flip it over. You see that? The egg didn't stick on there, so I'm just gonna put it back in the egg. And you stick on there, Mr. Egg. Might have needed a little bit more flour. And then back into the panko. Now you can use just panko breadcrumbs, or you can do a mixture like I did. I mixed the panko and I mixed it with some regular breadcrumbs. You see how that's all covered now? No problem. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. There you go. Flip it down so that the oval part is facing up. You see? And I'm going to do that off camera with all the eggs, and then I'll be back in a second to show you what we do next, so don't go away. Okay, here's a close-up for you of the egg whites that I have now dipped in the flour, egg, and the panko breadcrumbs. I'm sure you will have your favorite recipe for deviled eggs, so feel free to use the one that you like. I have the yolks in here, and to this I'm going to add 1/4 cup of Hellmans mayonnaise. Hellmans is my favorite, so I will add that, but you do whatever it is you'd like. Okay, now I'm going to add a teaspoon. Now normally I would add my Dijon mustard. What I have found in Trader Joe's that I love, look at this, it's Trader Joe's dill pickle mustard. Can you see that? And I'm going to put that in instead. So you put in whatever you like. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put in a little pinch of salt. And I'm going to mash that all up with a fork. Now, a lot of people like to put chopped pickles in there. A lot of people like to put in the dill pickle relish. I mean, whatever you like is fine. But this is what I'm going to do today. Now, I'm going to mash all this up. It should work fine with the fork, as you can see. So let me get this all mixed up. I'm going to put it in my piping bag, which I have now slid into a glass. It's easier to fill that way. And then I will get back. So let me get this done, and then we're going to proceed with those air-fried egg whites. So come on back. Now it's important with this recipe that you preheat your air fryer. So I'm going to turn it on. I'll put it on air fry, and normally you put it on like the highest temperature it'll go. Mine is 400. I'm going to preheat it on probably 390. So let me start that. Okay. So that's preheating now. I use these little papers that they sell for air fryers with the holes. Don't put this in your air fryer without anything on it, or it'll fly up in the air like this and you're liable to have a fire. So you put this in first and then you put your food on top of it so that it doesn't do that. They sell these in all different sizes and shapes for all different air fryers. Now I have some spray here. I happen to have, you can use olive oil, I happen to use avocado oil. I'm going to spray lightly the tops of these. This way it'll help them get nice and brown. Okay. Now once this is preheated, I'm going to place these in there, the oval side down. And then I will spritz the other side of them while they're in the air fryer. When we put them in, we're going to try not to let them touch one another. They can be close, but not to touch one another. And then we're going to air fry these on 390 for 5 minutes. I'm not going to flip them over. It's not necessary to flip these. And then once we remove them from the air fryer, we're going to put them on a cooling rack to set. What I like to do, I figured I'd give you these instructions while it's preheating. What I like to do is let them sit in here after the 5 minutes for probably about another 5 minutes. I'll let them sit in the basket just so they can cool down and set before we remove them and put them on the cooling rack. And once they're on the cooling rack, for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to fill them with our yummy filling. As we do a taste testing on these, I'll give you a few more tips, so stay tuned. Okay, this is preheated, so I'm going to remove the basket. I'm going to put my liner in it. You don't need to do that, but as long as I have it, I'm going to do it. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm going to place my eggs in there oval side down that we sprayed. I find it works better with my hands, but you can use a spoon or tongs, whatever you like. My hands are clean and they work much better for me. Alrighty, now I'm going to put the basket back in. Now we're going to spray the other sides that we didn't spray before. They're going to go in at 390 for 5 minutes. Okay, air fry, 390. Put them on the, whoopsie, to bend over here, sorry. 5 minutes and start them. While they're air frying, I'm going to put my yolk mixture into my piping bag. You do not have to use a piping bag. You can put your mixture in with a spoon if you like. But since I'm doing a nice video for you, I wanted them to look pretty. All right. Pull this up. Twist it on the top. I find putting the bag in the glass is the easiest way to fill it. The 5 minutes are almost up. 3, 2, 1, end. All right, I'm going to take the basket out now, and I'm going to put it on my cutting board to let it cool down for about 5 minutes. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, look at these beauties. The air fryer stopped. I let them cool in the basket for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put them on the cooling rack. Oh boy. For all the skeptics out there, where do you taste these? Mmm. Gonna be delicious. I'm hungry. The men came down. They are the skeptics. So we're going to see when I fill these what they think. I'm going to get a plate. You move them over onto the plate. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so I put all the filling in the piping bag. I put a wide tip on it so it'll come out easy. So let me fill these little babies now. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They look good. Alrighty. Perfect. Squeeze this down a little more. Put a little more on here. Ooh. Alrighty, they look pretty good to me. Alright, now you can either embellish them with maybe some bacon, some pickles. I'm going to just put a little paprika on them. And then we're going to do our taste testing. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Alright, and I'll be back in a second and we'll taste these babies, so don't go away. Okay, well, I'm going to give these babies a taste, but before I do, I just want to remind you, if you enjoyed this video and this recipe, give me a thumbs up and make a comment. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you see more of my videos that are coming up. So, let me see what these taste like. Look at that. When I told you that this was going to bring these deviled eggs to a new level, I was not kidding. And for my skeptic son and my husband, they're going to taste one in a minute. And let's see what they think. I think they're absolutely delicious. Creamy and crunchy. Now here comes my son. He's coming around to get one. Here, have a napkin, Scott. Let me know what you think. Be honest. Be honest. Tim, come around. Come on, be honest, everyone. Tim, here, you can come over here and get one. What do you think, Scott?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? Are they good or not? He's eating it fast enough. Are they better than you thought they were going to be? They're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're good. What do you think, Tim? I give them 2 thumbs up.
Yes. This is excellent.
Oh, it's excellent. And Scott is over there munching because he said to me, air fried eggs, they don't sound very good to me. But now he's munching on it and he said they're good. So I guarantee you these are going to be done in a heartbeat. So thank you, everybody, for watching the video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I love you all. Your support helps my channel to grow. And I will see you all very soon with my next video. Toodles! Now I gotta eat the eggs.